A century on, our international affairs editor Robert Parsons joins us to take a look at the region now. Rob, first of all, marking a century since its foundations, marking it in a very low-key way. Give us some of the reasons behind that.
Yeah, you would expect that 100 years after the formation of the Northern Irish province in 1921 that there would be greater celebrations today. But the atmosphere, even among supporters of the Democratic Unionist Party, which is the strongest pro-union party in Northern Ireland, is confused at the moment. There's a leadership battle going on. Arlene Foster, the leader of the party, has just resigned. The mood among unionists in Northern Ireland is confused. They feel that they're not really sure about where they're going. They're not sure about the future of Northern Ireland. They feel betrayed by the British government following Brexit and the imposition, effectively, of an economic border down the north, the Irish Sea, to allow the border between Northern Ireland and Ireland to remain open. There's just this uncertainty, the feeling that they're in a bit of a drift, not knowing where to go. Part of the reason, I think, for that is that those old tribal certainties that existed in the past, Protestant and Unionist, are no longer anything like as strong as they used to be. Part of the reason for that is the European Union. The fact that until very recently Northern Ireland, as part of the United Kingdom, was also in the European Union together with the South, with the Republic of Ireland. You could just cross the border freely. There was no hindrance at all. Economic relations, commercial relations developed freely. The North became prosperous. The need for that strong tie with London is no longer as compelling, I think, as it used to be. So there's a sense of drift, a feeling that they're not sure where they're going.
Indeed, as you say, a lot has happened, of course, in that 100 years. We had the Good Friday Peace Deal. We had that power-sharing executive set up in Northern Ireland that came into effect in 2007. But also, Rob, the demographics in Northern Ireland have been changing over the decades. The Protestant majority getting slimmer and slimmer. How might that affect the future of the region?
Yeah, I think this is really important, for how Northern Ireland is going to go in the future. Back in 2011, there was still a Protestant majority in Northern Ireland. 48% of the population Protestant, 45% Catholic. But that, even since then, that has been slipping. Among the working population, there's already a Catholic majority of about 44 to 40. Among school children, it's even bigger than that, about 51 to 37 in favour of Catholics. So, I mean, I suppose you could assume that this is probably going to lead to a more sympathetic attitude among the population at large to the idea of reunification with the South. And the fact, for instance, that in the last election of 2017, Sinn Féin, the pro-reunification party, Catholic party in Northern Ireland, came in second place in terms of number of seats, does indicate the way things are going. In the next election, Sinn Féin could win. And as Prime Minister of Northern Ireland, the leader of Sinn Féin would be entitled to call a referendum. Would that necessarily lead to reunification, though? Probably not immediately. The signs are, there was a very interesting survey carried out by the Belfast Telegraph just last month, which showed that 44% of people in the province are in favour of a referendum, but 39% are against. And if a referendum were to be held, I think this is the most interesting, 35% would be in favour of reunification. 44% would be against, which does suggest that there's something else going on in people's attitudes in Northern Ireland, that there's perhaps a Northern Irish identity forming. However, the other thing to bear in mind is that the majority of people in Northern Ireland believe that within 25 years, the island will have been reunified.
Okay, Robert Parsons, we'll have to leave it there, but thanks very much indeed. Robert Parsons, there, our Chief International Affairs Editor.